Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we are going to do a little bit of an update video. We've been doing quite a number of these recently. And one of the orchids that you guys have been asking for, one of the plants you've been asking for is this Cattleya that we're trying to rescue. Do you remember I bought this one for $5? Which one was it? It was RLC Village Chief Headache. It's been a real headache for me, let me tell you. It hasn't been that much of a headache, but it really hasn't done anything. And as you can see, one of the leaves has gone brown. I'll end up breaking this off. There we go. It came off on its own. I didn't need to cut it. But as you can see, the pseudo bulbs are looking really shriveled and gross, and I'm not noticing any new growth down in the bottom yet, but I'm still kind of hopeful. I haven't lost all hope. Again, I've got a lot of plants here, so I could set this one on the back burner and not look at it for weeks, and all of a sudden I'll get a surprise by maybe some new growth, or something might be blooming. Not this one, but just in general, I'm able to put things on the back burner and not notice them for weeks, sometimes even months. Speaking of, let me just go grab something from the side here. Do you remember the ZZ plants that we grew from cuttings, and then I forgot about, and then in a recent video I said, oh my god, I just found these and I had no idea that I still had them. So anyway, random in this video, they're still there. They're growing. If you go back and look at one of the last videos that I did of these, I don't know, they're about the same. There might be a few more in the pot here. I've given them some light, and really haven't watered them. Again, forgot them. I think I've forgotten them for about a month. I think I did the video about a month, maybe a month and a half ago. Anyway, since that time, I've forgotten about them again. I'm such a bad person. Oh my god. And I've got to hurry and put stuff outside. Springtime here, so the garden is coming to life. I'll have to do updates on that for you. But yeah, soon my time will be outside and not necessarily inside. So if it's been forgotten now, and I don't take it outside, good luck. So another one that was really exciting for me, and I just noticed it this morning, this one here is a cross. I can't remember what it's crossed with, but it's a zygopetalum crossed with something else. And this is a Proptalum, Mathena, Elizabeth. I've done a video on this. I got this at one of the orchid shows. I believe I got this one at the Southern Ontario Orchid Society show. So if you go back to the haul from that video, or from that video, you should see it. Anyway, it's a cross with a zygopetalum, and I absolutely love zygopetalums, which we will look at in just a second, because this one is in bloom. And it smells beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So what I noticed here, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. Can you see right there by my finger? I was really excited to see that it's starting a little flower spike. I don't know what this is going to turn into, but I'm really excited. And just like a zygopetalum, it's on new growth. The growth still hasn't really fully developed yet, and it's starting a flower bud. And don't know if it's just going to be one flower or what. We'll wait and see. But so far, looks like one. It's still a young plant, so I don't really care. It's all a bonus. And yeah, so I'll keep you posted on this one. I'll post a picture of the flower again up at the top, and maybe I'll put the cross down here with the name. And sorry, I just had some coffee, or some caramel macchiato is what I had. It's early morning here, before work. So anyway, another one is the zygopetalum. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm noticing a lot of you are posting pictures of your zygos on Facebook, and I absolutely love it. I want to get more varieties of zygos because they are stunning. Look at the purple. The purple is just out of this world. It is so vibrant. It's almost... it looks fake, is what it does. And I love the green in the petals. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's almost like they glow. You could stare at these for hours. And not only is the flower absolutely beautiful, it's kind of big and in your face and just really cool. It smells like hyacinths. So if you haven't had a chance to grow Zygopetalum, I strongly recommend that you try it. Somebody like me, I really shouldn't have these sorts of plants in my home because I don't know whether I've told you, I'm allergic to all plants, trees, and shrubs. So I went to do an allergy test many, many years ago when I was working in a cut flower greenhouse because every day when I'd get to work, I would feel physically sick. I would get dizzy, I would feel nauseous, I would have to leave, and then when I get home, I would be fine. And then I would go back to work, and then I would feel physically sick. So I ended up going to the doctor regarding it, and then they ended up suggesting me to go to an allergist, and everything that they pricked me with all reacted to me. So maybe not all really, really bad, but they all reacted. And all of this stuff compounds. So it's funny that I chose my hobby to be something that I'm allergic to. Well, that's why we have pets too, right? People that are allergic to dogs and cats generally have a dog or a cat. But it didn't develop until I was maybe in my 20s, the allergies. So it wasn't a problem for me before, but it is now. So now I wake up and I've got sinus headaches and issues. I have sinusitis, so constant inflamed sinuses don't really help. But in the springtime, I get pretty bad sinus headaches and a lot of congestion. But it's par for the course. I don't mind it. I enjoy doing this, and if I have to suffer a little bit, whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to show you again the flowers on this, and remember how I was saying that I have 2 Zygopetalum plants, and by the time this one finishes blooming, the other one will be ready. So just bear with me for a moment. I'm going to go get the other Zygopetalum. Alright, so this one is percolating down in the grow room. I take the ones that are flowering upstairs and I have a grow table beside the couch where I sit so I can enjoy the stuff. And as you can see right here, there is a new growth that's starting. So by the time this one here finishes blooming, this one here is going to be big enough to almost start blooming. So there's usually a couple of weeks between the two, but one goes and the other goes, then one goes and the other goes. So it's almost like every few months I have a Zygopetalum that's in bloom. It's beautiful. I love it. So that is the other thing. Oh, and if you're just new to Zygopetalums, you want to try to keep as much moisture away from the leaves. So if you missed your plant, make sure to dry your leaves off because you will get brown spotting. Let me show you here. This is very common for Zygopetalum. Is it coming in? There's a lot of brown spotting, and if you have a high humidity like mist, or if you spray your plants, or maybe your water, just water on the leaves will cause browning, and that's very common, and it's avoidable, but it's inevitable that you're going to get some browning. So, but the flowers are beautiful, and the plants are still healthy. So, and last but not least, certainly not least, look at this. It's a little Sideria japonica. It is in bloom. It is looking really, really fantastic. One of the buds blasted, but that's okay. I can't do much about that. I bought it in the winter, and yeah. So I'm growing this. It came in sphagnum moss, and I try to keep it damp, but it dries out really, really quickly. But I was just watching one of Danny's videos, and Miss Orchid Girl, and she was saying that she has a problem with rot. So I guess keeping it on the dry side is a benefit, and she was mentioning that she likes to try to plant hers a little bit high so that you don't get any of the crown rot. This one was already planted high, so I guess the person that planted this was on the right track. So Danny, thank you for your suggestions, and I did notice that mine was planted the same way, and I will continue to plant it that way. I might even do what Suniti did, and she mounted hers on a rock. So that might be kind of fun, is to place a rock. Now maybe we do a sphagnum moss wrap around the rock so that the roots can go down into the sphagnum moss and get a little bit of moisture. So anyway, this is a little update. I love these blooms. They do smell citrusy. You know when you dig into a red ant nest and you get that citrusy smell? It smells like that. It's still quite nice. I'm not home during the day, so I don't really get to smell these fragrances from these orchids that smell throughout the day. I usually leave my house just as they're starting, and then I get home and they're done. So I love weekends and early mornings like this. Sorry. It's a private moment in Bill's grow space. It's beautiful. I think by far I like the Zygopetalum. Anyway, we've been rambling on, having a good time down here. Anyway, I'm sure you have things to do, places to go, people to see. If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Why not? Stay in touch. And yeah, happy growing, everyone. Come join us on the Facebook page, Plants and Things What's Growing. We'd love to have you. And post some of your photos, your experiences. It's just so much fun, and if you have any questions, please post them there, and somebody will be able to help you. And so anyway, happy growing, and enjoy your day. A leaf attached to it. And this is just basically the petiole of the leaf, the main vein, and that's all that there is. And then down further, same thing with this one. This one is the same thing.